Coffee, lots of fun. Happy Saturday. Happy May 1st, everybody. Welcome to GMFB, presented by Jeep. We're in New York. We're live. Kyle Brandt, Nate Burleson. My name is Kay Adams. Hello. And hello to Scott Pioli joining us.
Breakfast. Where are the snacks? This isn't a breakfast table like I grew up at.
I'll take you to the kitchen.
Tell.
We got a kitchen. I'll take you there during the commercial
You guys
break.
been hiding on me.
Well, this is our show. You are here to give us all of the insights as we break it down. It's called, Scott, why don't you just do it? It's time for the...
Lead block.
Okay, Pioli.
Scott Danish.
3 rounds are in the books. But the you want 2 Danishes? Damn, Scott. Okay, 2021 draft started right here with Trevor Lawrence, number 1 overall, James Palmer. I loved this. He caught up with the Jaguars quarterback after he walked out of a PJ with the Fabio-looking hair just yesterday.
Do you understand, now that you're here, the pressure that comes from turning this organization around and what Shad and Urban and you are going to have to do with this? Are you ready for all of that, and how are you prepared for it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's a lot of expectations and pressure. It just kind of comes with the territory. But for me, I mean, they've done a great job of building the team, and I think I know we got a lot of great players. So it's not all on me. It takes a team to be successful, to win games, and to have a great organization. So I know I got great people around me, and that's where you start. So, you know, all that pressure is not on me. It's a team sport. So I'm just excited to get to know all the guys and really just earn the trust and respect of all my teammates.
Lawrence went first, but so many talented guys will be entering the league this season. We'll find out more of those guys today during the 3rd day of the NFL draft. You can see it right here on NFL Network. Which team's young core, guys? I'm talking young. What's young these? 25 and not younger. Okay. Let's do that. Let's make that the cutoff. Who intrigues you the most heading into 2021?
Trevor Lawrence said the pressure isn't on him. Not all on him, it's on the team. On the contraire, mon frere. It is. You are the number 1 overall pick. But I do want to talk about the Jacksonville Jags because I do love their young core. Do we have a graphic? Can you give me a graphic? Oh, baby. Thank you to the
hard
producers.
On a Saturday.
Look at that. 21 years old. All that beautiful hair. He's going to come in, and he's an absolute playmaker. I don't need to talk about Trevor Lawrence. What about James Robinson, one of the best backs in the business? Then you add a running mate in that backfield with Travis Etienne. I believe that's how you say it. Etienne.
Like E.T. Phone Home.
E.T. Phone Home. All right. And then DJ Chark, Miles Jack. Just look at the youthfulness and their absolute playmakers. And that's why I like this squad. Of course, Trevor Lawrence is going to come in right away, and he's going to be called to be a leader. He's going to call to be a playmaker. He's going to be called to win games. But I do agree with one thing. There are individuals he's going to have to lean on, and he has that. What better offense do you need to have for a rookie than an offense that has 2 backs that are monsters? I've always said it. A couple of things you're going to need when you have a rookie quarterback coming in. An offensive line that can protect him and some running backs he can lean on. The passing game, it's fluid. Some games he'll be really good. Other games it's not going to look too good. But if you have a running back that you can always lean on and also check the ball down to, he's going to be perfectly fine. So I love it on offensive and defensive side of the ball. The Jags, they're set up for the future.
They did it well, Scott, the draft, and they've got their guys. There's a lot of excitement in Jacksonville. How much of this, it's not, to me, it's not really on Trevor. He's got the weapons around him. Part of it might be, but Urban Meyer really has all the pressure on his shoulder, him and his coaching staff.
I think it is, and Urban embraces pressure.
He likes that.
He loves the pressure. He's a pressure guy because he's such a competitor. And you're right, though. There's going to be a bunch on Trevor, too, because they're looking at him right now
Picking
to be,
him apart.
and he is, again, he's the savior, right? He believes that people believe he's going to save that town. But there's a lot of pressure on Urban and Trent as well. That's for sure.
It's even different from other number 1 overall pick. Kyler and Baker, all sure, pressure, a lot of hype. This guy's different. This is the 1 in every 10 years expectation type guy. And he brings in my point, because we're talking about Jacksonville. I hate it when there's a division, and we come across this all the time, where there's like 3 teams that matter, and then there's that other one. In the AFC South, we've seen that for a while. The Texans have been good, and the Titans and the Colts, and then the Jags.
Yeah.
AFC North, I would love it if the Bengals mattered too. Because right now, the Steelers are the Steelers, the Browns are hot, the Ravens are the Ravens. And then this Bengals, this like loose appendage, like the guy who doesn't want to go out to the bar with his friends. But maybe now they want to go out. Maybe this could be one of those rare 4-for-4 type divisions, okay? So what if I were to tell you after what we saw from T. Higgins last year, and he looked really good right away. What if I were to tell you that's the number 2? That guy right there is the number 2, and he is. I mean, I love him.
Kyle, that's crazy.
It's crazy because they decided to go get the Lamborghini and the 80-inch TV and get Jamar Chase. And they said, we're going to roll the dice on this thing. That's T. Higgins, right? That is your number 2 receiver. Just like, let's get nostalgic for a second. TJ Houshmandzadeh was a great player. He became the number 2 in Cincinnati because of Chad.
That's the point.
So if you look, Burrow, Mixon, Higgins, Chase, that's a sort of let's beat the Steelers, Ravens, and Browns and flip the table on this thing type offense. Don't know if they have the defense yet, but I know this. We always love the NFC West on this show because it's 4 for freaking 4. All 4 teams seem to matter. I think this Jamar Chase pick could have been a 4 for 4 pick, and thank God. I want the Bengals to matter because that division's awesome, Scott.
Yeah, we talk about the young core, and we talked about standard before. So to me, the standard is very different. Tom Brady's young to me.
Okay.
But, I'm thinking about right now the Miami Dolphins. I like what they did in this draft. And everyone, again, is talking about Jalen Waddle, Jalen Phillips. I love those players. They've got a young Tua. But here's what I really, really like that they did yesterday. Liam Eichenberg and Hunter Long.
Okay.
They've got a young core. But here's the other thing is, since Brian Flores has been there, he's taught culture. I want a tough team. I want a physical team. This is what they've gone out and done. They have a young core that has really good chemistry because, again, I believe team building is about a chemistry experiment as well. So you've got to bring the right people together in order to ascend. And to me, bringing in guys, Hunter Long, to me, is one of the most underrated players in this draft. 3rd round pick because he's a true Y. He's a true Y, and he is all-day tough. He's going to be a player that we're talking about in a couple of years. Now, I understand we talk about Kyle Pitts being the best tight end in this draft. We talked about that earlier. He's not a tight end. He is just an incredible football player, pass catcher. Hunter Long actually led college football with receptions by tight ends this year.
Okay.
Not Kyle, not Kyle,
Pitts.
your Kyle.
Yeah, sure.
But I'm telling you, these guys are tough. Liam Eichenberg, to me, they have a good core of young, tough, physical players that are exactly what they're looking to build out.
We're running a masterclass on what to do in the draft and how to rebuild a franchise. There might be 4 good teams in the AFC East.
You're right.
Jets fans, get excited. Okay, I want to talk about the Broncos. We talked about, we're going to double dip on the Broncos today. We don't do it very often. I know there's like a million questions about whether or not Drew Lock is the guy. There's some confusion there. They brought in Teddy probably in case Drew Lock isn't in fact the guy. But the truth of the matter is we had Cortland Sutton for 1 week and then he was injured and he missed. He's going to come back and be the elder statesman at 25 of this offense. I love it. They've got Judy with all the potential, a burner in KJ Hamler, and then they've got the athletic tight end and Noah Fant, who we all like and has a lot of potential. So adding Javonte Williams, a guy who our very own Peter Schrager was very high on and very excited about. He was one of the most exciting running backs in this entire draft. I love it. I love what they're doing. They've got tons of talent on offense. Now let's just figure the quarterback spot out.
You know what it reminds me of, okay?
What?
The Giants. It's the same deal. It's like so much talent, all this offensive players around you, and the quarterback, let's go. Drew and Daniel Jones, it's very similar. Like Drew Lock, we didn't get a quarterback. Bridgewater maybe, but we didn't spend the pick. Go do it, dude. We'll give you another year. It's a big, big vote of confidence, I think.
The Broncos added in free agency, too, on defense. They've got a bit more of a complete team. So Drew Lock, it's now or never. All right, Tom Pelissero joining us this morning. I don't know what I'm doing with my hands, so I'm going to put them down. Talk to us about quarterback Davis Mills. He was taken by the Texans. I don't know. What do we make
Ricky
of that?
Bobby.
What do we make of that pick, Tom?
Okay, after months of drama surrounding Deshaun Watson and with no picks in rounds 1 or 2, Nick Caserio used his first draft pick as Texans GM on a quarterback. It is Stanford's Davis Mills, who started only 11 games in college because of injuries. He's had 4 surgeries on his left knee dating back to high school, but he is healthy now. Really helped himself out in the pre-draft process with his pro day and interviews where he showed off he has a high football IQ. Now there is a connection here. Pep Hamilton, who is now the Texans quarterbacks coach, is the former Stanford offensive coordinator under David Shaw. But the Texans kept their interest in Mills really quiet here. Nick Caserio said after the draft last night this was just a normal part of team building. But the reality is the Texans have no idea whether or not Deshaun Watson would even be eligible to play for them in week 1. There are still 22 civil lawsuits, 1 criminal complaint, and an NFL investigation pending. Even if Watson is not on the exempt list or suspended, he has not rescinded the trade request that he made several months ago. So certainly notable that the Texans now have acquired 3 quarterbacks this offseason. Tyrod Taylor in free agency, Ryan Finley in a trade, and now Davis Mills. Okay?
Appreciate the updates all around. Davis Mills, taken 67th overall. He is the 8th quarterback taken in the first 3 rounds of the draft. Pelissero, talk to you in a